Okay, I am in Excel now. So first thing, what I'm going to do, I will just rename this. The reason behind is to rename this because we got a couple of questions that can you create a content on supply chain related activities? As very simple, 5S audit supply chain. Okay, and this will be a tracker for the supply chain folks over here. Now, once it is done, what happen to until R1? Okay, I will type this as a merge and center, and here we'll type 5S audit checklist and with radar chart for specific to department. Okay, for me, right now we are taking just random, one department which is supply chain. And add that, what we have to do, let's add a red color over here, and suppose this is the red color for me. Okay, and we'll add this as a white text, so you can see it's been visible. You can keep the font size 20 or maybe 60. Okay, complete your call how you want to keep it. Make it standard. Okay, so your tracker, whatever you gonna add it over here, will be look like a standard. Cool. So once it is done in row 2, which is A2 here, we're gonna add a date, call it as a section or maybe department. I will call this as a department and section. Select this, go into field section, and then add it any other color over here. I will call this also this kind of thing. Okay, so later on we'll do a designing part. For now, I've kept it as it is. Okay, in A3, which is this, I will call this as a face. Okay, and in B3, we'll say this as a criteria 0. Okay, instead of 9, we'll keep it like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, C4 as a poor, which is this. Okay, and then here will be marginal. Let's say this as a average. Here we'll call this as a good and better, and this is the best. So again, complete your call how you want to keep it. For me, I'm just keeping this as it is and just adjusting this. Okay, and we'll be keeping this also aligned. Okay, because it is with a specific name, so that's what we are keeping this as it is, and then we'll arrange this central alignment like this. Cool. This is how it will look like for us. I'm going to do more over here. I will just do a control X over here, and we'll keep it in this. Okay, and this criteria I will be keeping inside a this kind of section. Okay. Now once it is done, what I'm going to do, I will just select this entirely. This. Okay, we'll ensure that we'll keep the appropriate color code over here to do. I'll just select this. Okay, click on this all border. This will look like this. Okay, so what you have to do, you just have to simply select this, merge and center. Again, this as a merge and center, so it will be like this. Okay, so this is how the formatting we have added over here, and the criteria has been added, and then department section. Okay, and based on that, we have this poor, marginal, and this kind of settings over here. So simply select this A5 to until at the bottom like this, and do a merge and center over here, and call this as a sort paste. Okay. Once it is done, let's go at the bottom, copy this and paste it. Okay. Here we'll call this as a simply set in order. Okay. These are the phases, so we'll not calculate again and again and call this as a phase. Okay. It is very simple. We just keep this as a header. Here we'll call this as a shine, and just copy again, paste it. Okay, here we'll call this as a standardize. Okay. Copy again, paste it at the bottom, and we'll call this as a sustain. And once it is done, you just have to ensure that you will be, changing the alignment for this. Okay, so here I will make sure that this will be in capital caps lock. Okay, so select this entirely. press Control 1. Let's click on this alignment section, and here we call this as a this, and hit a OK button. Centrally align, make it bold, increase a size like this. Okay. Add all borders, change the color. So color could be again complete your call. What is the theme you wanna follow? Okay, so I will select this as a green. Okay, and this is how my color will look like for me. We'll ensure that we'll change this color. Okay, and we'll keep it like this. Great. So far we have added this, and then once it is done, what I'm going to do, I will add a couple of entries over here. Okay, like this. So here, since this is our entire base area, I will ensure that this will be my outside border like this. This is my outside border. Okay. And for shine as well, this is my outside border. Okay. You can add delete your entries, adding a insert row section, and then you can increase the specific phase, right? What you want to keep it. Suppose sometimes sustain, there are other text is available, right? What you can do, you just have to right click over here and then insert a rows, and then there you can see you can insert a rows dynamically in MS Excel folks. Okay, so we are good with it. Okay, entries could be like from sort I will take couple of entries. Okay, suppose this many copy, I'll just do a copy over here and paste it over here because I don't want to invest more time over here. So that's what I've kept it like this. So these are my sorting text. Okay, for your case, your project related data, right? There can be a different text altogether. So you can just add it, and then we'll just reduce the size over here. And what I'm going to do here is we'll just select this view and click on this option called grid lines, right? So now what we want this to be shown in a table format, right? So here just go and then add a all borders over here. It will look like this, and ensure that you are arranging your, this kind of a column over here, which is I column. So it will be looking like this. Great. So you want to add one more, just go here and then check one more copy and then paste it. Okay. So your text will be like this. We have added this. Now let's copy this. Okay. Let's go here and then paste it, your data, your values, whatever values you have it, right? Just copy this again, paste it here as well. Just go bottom again, just check what type of entries you have it over here. Just copy that and paste it here. For now, I'm just adding the appropriate entries over here for the phases we have available. So right now I'm just checking for standardize. Let's go for the standardize and then copy this. We'll keep it here, standardize. Okay, and then I can see there are two more, which is this unnecessary for me. I'll just keep it this, delete this, and make the size decreased. Okay, and click here again, and this is the 5s is for me. We'll do a control alt V and we'll paste it like this. Okay, so this is how it is looks. Okay, so we have added a couple of entries over here, and once it is done, you just have to simply select this entirely. Okay, and ensure that you are selecting a borders like this. Okay, so let me just arrange this again. So your tracker will be looks like this. Great. So we are good with it. This and do a control B over here. Okay. And here we'll select this, and in the insert option, there is an option called checkbox. Just turn this option on, checkbox. Okay. If in case you don't have this option available, no need to worry. In the developer tab itself, there are the options available, which is form controls. You can use it this as well. If you don't know how to turn on this developer ribbon tab, comment in the below section. I will help you out how to turn this option. Okay, it's a very simple task to do. Cool. So this is done for me. And the criteria we have added, couple of sort and then standardize, sustain, we have already added over here to make my visual more appealing. Okay, so I'll just arrange this one more, adding a one more column over here, and then we'll select this entirely. Okay, go into a home again, and then click on this thick outside borders. So it will look like this. once it is done, what we have to do, we just have to simply add a formulas over here. Okay, so ensure that you will be adding a formula outside this. Okay, so this calculation will help you a lot while creating your visualization. Okay, you can add that visualization here as well. Okay, or maybe you can just simply paste it here. So here I'm just going to add a if condition, and in the if condition I can see this is the selection for me. Let's say is equal to true. Okay, then I will say this as a 1, otherwise we'll call this as a 0, comma 0. Let's say comma this and then 0, bracket close, hit enter. Okay, so I'm just testing over here. This so it works fine, and since it is works fine, I will drag it like this. So since we have this kind of a calculation, we'll just test it over here itself. Okay, so if it is getting the correct result or not. And then since it is 4, which means one more here. And this is how the overall result looks like. Okay, so since we have added this, let me just drag it at the bottom and check if it is working fine. Cool. So here, let's turn this on. Okay, so I can see this check on check off option working fine for me. Cool. So likewise, we'll apply a same logic at the bottom as well. Okay, to do that, what we have to do, we just have to simply select this and then double click over here. Okay, or maybe just drag it and then ensure that you're checking every time. Okay, sometimes the formula, the dollar sign is really important, absolute and relative reference. Here we'll double check if it is correctly working. Okay, if it is, then we'll skip to add that absolute and relative reference. If it is not, then we have to ensure that we are using that absolute and relative reference point. Okay, so since it is working fine, so what I'm going to do, I will just select this entirely and go at the top here. We'll call it as a this kind of a color code. Okay, so again, we'll select this, change the color code like this. So this is how the overall result for me. Okay, so this is the result, and what I'm going to do, I will just select this. We'll ensure that we are selecting entirely the phases, which is your sort phase. So right now we are selecting a appropriate entries over here. Let's say this, and then once it is selection is done, just go to the insert recommended chart, and then once you go to the recommended chart, click on this radar chart. Okay, and here we'll be selecting appropriate radar. So here I'm going to select a this kind of a radar, and we'll add a OK button. Okay, so we'll be selecting this as a radar and we'll arrange this. Okay, so arrangement we'll do it later on. That's not an issue. Right now we just are checking over here if it is giving the correct result or not. Let's copy this and paste it here. Control C and Control V over here. Okay, select data, and then in the select data, you just have to simply select this. Values are selected appropriately, which means it is correct. That is completely fine. Let's go here and then select the appropriate values from top. Then OK button. Let's go down, check if it is correctly showing the value. If it is, then hit a OK button. Okay, so this is how the overall value looks like. Just delete this. Okay, and then again delete this. So this is the overall result for us. What I'm going to do, I will just add two more like columns over here, and then we'll arrange this. Great. So far it looks like this, and we'll just circle back over here again, and then we'll check what exactly the output it is. Okay, so cool. So if it is not really making a sense for you, you can just go here again, the change any other color, whatever you wish to. Okay, as per your color theme, okay, pattern, whatever you want, right? Basis your own requirements. And remember, you can also change the background as well. Just change the background and then no outline from here. Okay, likewise we'll apply it for rest of the other, and we'll go here since it is this. So what I'm going to do now to make it more amazing or maybe the pleasant while we are working with this, ensure that we'll selecting this and add a darker border like this. Okay, and we'll select this again and add a darker border like this. Okay, so let's click here and add a this thick border. This, select the standardized face, select this. Okay, cool. So and the last one, which is I think already get applied, but ensure that you are doing at your end. Great. So we have added that kind of a visualization. Likewise, we want to add it for rest of the others. Ensure that you will be selecting appropriate entries and then you will be applying that. So since we are talking about this numbers, so select this. Okay, like this. Okay, this entry is got selected. Go into insert, recommended chart, all charts, and then radar chart. Here you will be selecting any other chart. Okay, whatever chart you wish to select. Okay, so I will be selecting this chart, which is filled radar chart. Okay, right now we are getting this kind of a result. The reason behind is we haven't filled that data yet. Okay, that's what. So once you have it, just ensure that you have a appropriate result over here. Okay, so here once it is done, what we have selected for the previous chart, select this, go to a chart design, and here you can see the chart design number style 3, right? Select this, go here, and then select a style number 3. Great, so we got a result over here as well. And then if I change these entries, okay, so I got this kind of a result over here. Great. So what I'm going to do over here now, I will be selecting the other chart if in case it's not really making any sense for me. We'll select this. Okay. And in the select data, I will be selecting this best, hit OK button. And then let's say this has been selected properly. Okay. It has been selected properly. Hit OK button. And then again, we'll select this here. Okay. And then I will arrange this. Okay. So let's arrange it properly. Delete this. It is not really required. It is not really required. Arrange it properly. So this chart has been inserted over here. Great. So likewise, we'll apply for the rest of the others as well. Okay. So now since it is done, we'll be changing this background color, which is no fill, no outline. Okay. So this is how it looks. Great. And then we'll go here again. If in case you want to keep it this as a visible for now, in the while we are adding a this kind of charts over here, you can just turn this option on, so it will be visible for you what exactly we are doing it over here. Select this, okay, and then go into a insert, recommended chart again, simple radar chart, any of chart, okay, any of the chart you can select from radar. So basically it's radar with markers. There is a radar chart and then radar field chart, which is your color. Basically you will get it over here, right? So I will be selecting this, and then this time also we'll select the style number 3. Okay, so you can change and play across the values you have it. Okay folks, it's not that you have to stick only one design. You can change that as well. I will be selecting this and then ensure that you will be doing a appropriate changes which we have applied for the rest of the others. Okay, so select this is done. This is done. Okay, go up, up, up. Then here we'll be selecting this. And then hit OK button. Great. So okay, so this is how the third one looks like. But yeah, again there is option chart, change chart design. You can just simply change it basis your requirement how you want to keep it, or maybe you can change this with as well. Okay, this is the overall result. You can change it basis the design, looks, color fill, whatever you wish to. Okay, right now we kept it as it is, and then we have added this average. Okay, okay, insert, click here, radar chart. Okay, we'll make it a bit fast because I think it has been covered already. So I will be deleting this, ensure that selecting this and then select this from top, get the labels. Okay, so labels I received it, hit OK button. Okay, so in format, no fill. Great. And then cool. So this is it for me. Right. So I have added this, and then here, as I've spoken to you already, right? You can change the style, which is this. Change chart style. Since when you apply the new chart style, you have to ensure that you will be clearing out that background color as well. Like here also, I think it's missing. So you just have to simply change that. Great. So, and the final one, okay, the final one, this one. Let's change the later on the color code as well. Whatever black, green we are seeing it over here, we can change that as well. Okay, I will be showing you that as well. Okay, folks. So don't skip the video in between. And if in case if possible, just comment in the below section from which location you are watching this video. So I will be more praised that seeing that these are the audience who are watching this video from across the globe, right? It will motivate me a lot to create this kind of a content more for you guys. Free of cost. Again, we are not charging any kind of a single penny. And yeah, you can also motivate us what type of content we should build in terms of Excel, any templates you want to check it, right? This time we got supply chain related data, right? So we have created this kind of a list over here, which is again, this checklist will help you in a Six Sigma kind of work, right? Industry, MNCs, wherever you are working with. That this should be in again that similar color which we have applied, which is your grayscale. What we can do over here is suppose we want to check the total of this, right? So we'll select this at a overall total border over here, and let's say here we'll be saying a count if. Okay, so range is this to until this, and the criteria is true. Okay, so criteria is to just give me a count. So this is the total count. Okay, and if I change that, I will get a couple of more like this. Okay, so I will be just dragging this here, and it will be look like this. Will be centralize this and then increase a font size and then make it bold. Okay, it will be look like this. Your audit checklist. Okay, and then if in case you want to make it more drill down in terms of calculation, right? You can add the multiplication of these entire checkboxes. Okay, and basis the target, you can add the the value over here, and you can see the overall details over here. So now we are good with this kind of a design, right? And if in case you want to change any theme, right, we can do it in Excel. There is an option, page layout. Just go to the theme, and then you can see there is a multiple themes available, right? You can just simply select any one of the theme and select basis your own requirement, and then your template will automatically get changed. Suppose I want to keep this kind of a color coding over here, I will simply select any of the color code. And if in case any standard fonts you want to select, right, you can select any standard fonts. Sandra, okay, Corbel or Arial, you want to keep it as an Arial. Okay, and this is how your template will look for you. If in case you have added any kind of a logo, right, that time you can change that logos as well, okay, with the help of this effects function. And then again, the theme section, if in case you wish to create any other theme and you have already created that, and you can just open it that theme and apply it over here. This is the brand you have created for your particular company or maybe the projects, right? This is how the beautiful function in MS Excel. No need to pay any kind of an extra cost to the additional templates. You can create your own basis your custom templates, folks, right? So this is just a basic skeleton right now we have prepared over here. If in case you want a more detailed version of this 5S audit checklist, okay, feel free to share us the criteria. Okay, what is the target you want and what is the current measure you have it, right? We will be happy to share you that. Okay, and this is how you can build your custom template inside the Excel. Hope you found this useful, folks. So please don't forget to subscribe us. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.